Darren Dreger, Pierre LeBrun, and Frank Zarabelli joining us for a draft day edition of Insider Trading. Obviously, all of the focus tonight will be on the first round of the NHL draft. But prior to that, there's a lot of discussions going on, minute by minute, literally, behind the scenes. And Pierre, we'll start with you. And for the second consecutive week, the semi-retired Bob McKenzie, who is fully employed on this day and tomorrow with entire focus on the draft, brings us up to speed on what might be going on with the Tampa Bay Lightning and Julien BriseBois' intent to move some payroll. What are you hearing?
Yes, Bobby Mack raising some eyebrows with some of his Tampa stuff, including the fact that, well, while it may not be likely, the fact is that Steven Stamkos does not seem like he is deemed as an untouchable by the Tampa Bay Lightning as the Cup champions try desperately to move cap money. And listen, I think that it is unlikely, but it's still an interesting discussion. He's the captain of the team. He means so much to that franchise. He's got 4 more years at $8.5 million cap hit. He's had injuries, we know that. And he's got a full no move. So if there ever is a conversation between the Lightning and Steven Stamkos about his future, all roads lead through Steven Stamkos. But in the meantime, Tampa pressing on with more likely scenarios, including Tyler Johnson. Both Dregs and I have talked about this in our reporting the last couple of days, but Johnson's agent, JP Barry, working with Lightning GM Julien BriseBois on this. It's been sort of a joint effort. I don't think there's animosity in this situation right now. JP Barry giving the Lightning 5 to 6 teams, that list growing a bit from Sunday when this conversation first started. So we'll see if and where Tyler Johnson ends up. I don't think it's imminent, but certainly he's a prime candidate for the Lightning to move.
So Pierre, from one team in the Tampa Bay Lightning that needs to move money to another in the Vegas Golden Knights, and GM Kelly McCrimmon continues to exhaust all efforts and opportunities to try and move goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury. That is the number one focus at the moment. They've been engaged with a number of different teams to act as a third-party broker to take or retain some of Marc-Andre Fleury's salary. But I'm told at this point, including one of those teams that they talked to, the Carolina Hurricanes, the price that the Vegas Golden Knights are willing to pay in order to have a team eat some of that salary so far remains way too low for those teams to be interested. The Golden Knights at this point looking to move a second-round pick in order to make that happen, but with the Golden Knights wanting that team to eat up to half, $3.5 million for each of the next 2 seasons, we're told that that price would probably be upwards of a first and second round pick. So where that goes remains to be seen, but that's the number one priority before the Golden Knights would then consider any sort of other opportunities on their roster to move money, including Paul Stastny, Jonathan Marchessault, and Nate Schmidt, who were told the Golden Knights were engaged in a trade talks over the weekend.
Yeah, in the meantime, it's a free agent market opens on Friday because the week isn't busy enough. And one name that I'm keeping an eye on is Wayne Simmonds, the Buffalo Sabres pending UFA. For starters, a Sabres source telling me today that he's likely headed to market. 2 teams that I'm told have sincere interest in Wayne Simmonds at the right price are the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens, the 2 iconic Original 6 Canadian franchises. I think he'd be a good fit for both. But again, it'd have to be at a cheaper rate than the $5 million he made last year in New Jersey and Buffalo. I think Kyle Dubas, his own comments, talking about his team needing to be harder to play against would tie into Simmonds. And Montreal actually tried to sign him last year, and I believe we'll circle back.
All right, coming up, we'll take a look at another Canadian team, and that is the Winnipeg Jets and their quest to plug some pretty significant holes and the players that they're willing to include in ongoing trade discussion. It's Insider Trading here on TSN Sports Center and TSN.ca.